For well over 50 years, our deaf education program has provided specialized and individualized instruction using a bilingual approach. It is well known and sought after because of our highly skilled teachers using this total communication approach to teach students a language that they may never hear, but are required to use.
In our elementary program, we provide the foundation of language and vocabulary development. Oftentimes, deaf students that enter our schools have very little to no language. They often are able to communicate only basic needs through invented signs, and this really significantly impacts their ability to communicate outside of their homes. Our students require the skill set of our deaf education teachers to build the vocabulary and to develop language and the skills to access the curriculum and communicate effectively. A bilingual approach to deaf education allows students to effectively learn and communicate in sign and in written language. We train and teach our students to utilize sign language interpreters in the classroom.
Students transition into general education classrooms and prepare for post-secondary employment and educational opportunities. In addition, our program prides itself on the instruction of the history of deaf culture.
9 out of 10 deaf children have hearing parents, and those parents, through no fault of their own, have likely never met a deaf person in their life until their deaf child. Because of that, they cannot pass on the deaf history, the deaf language, the deaf culture, even the deaf identity that is so imperative to a deaf child's education and development and really who they are as a person. Here they will learn and be a part of their deaf culture and community. They will learn American Sign Language and its history and be able to grow and to flourish and to learn who they are as a result. The deaf culture is a tight-knit community, a place where they are never isolated or left out. The deaf community is strong, and Champion is the place where they can learn about that strength.
Although districts have placement options for deaf students in their community, without deaf peers, the students are 100% isolated. Our deaf education program, deaf students have peers to sit with at lunch and to play with at recess. They have friends that speak their language and understand their experiences. They have access to peer discussions and opportunities to participate in cooperative learning pairs with other deaf students. They have highly skilled deaf education teachers that are trained to teach these students to read, to write, and to communicate in a language that they may never hear. They learn to self-advocate, succeed, and thrive in our hearing world.